Welcome to the first episode of the series on a truly flat map. This is a 1 versus 1 series. I'll be competing against GIRLNOTFARMING or Angelica, as you can see her in-game nickname. So we're starting by mowing grass with a lawnmower, because at the start we only have a bucket and this mower. Maybe it's not such an ideal start from scratch, but we started as best we could, so we only have these two things and we have to earn as much money as possible. In the meantime, I'm already collecting into my bucket here. The bucket holds 1500 liters. It was modified so that it would make sense in this series, so we wouldn't have to sell 1,000 of these buckets, because normally a bucket like this holds 100 liters. So for this series to work, we had to increase its capacity a bit. So we have a 1500 liter bucket, so as not to bore the viewers. So don't yell in the comments. That's how it is. Alright, so we're collecting everything nicely. It will take a while and we'll have to sell a few of these buckets, because the next step will be to buy a tractor with a loading wagon. So we have to collect a bit. I think we need about $400 for the tractor itself, and the same amount to lease a loading wagon, of course, so we're still a bit short. We'll have to sell another 3 or 4 buckets here, but it's going pretty fast thanks to this bucket mod. To make the beginning easier, to make this episode more interesting for you. So I hope you'll appreciate it, and of course leave a nice comment, or a not so nice one, but just write something interesting in the comments. Alright, so we're selling another bucket. I have $706. Well, I still need a little more. GIRLNOTFARMING was much faster, unfortunately, so I'm a bit behind, but we'll catch up. She's already buying machines over there. She's bought a tractor and trailer, but I can't afford one yet, so I have to keep mowing. I mowed too little grass and not enough money. As you can see, she's already mowing another section to collect with the loading wagon, and I still have to swing this bucket, so I was a little surprised at how fast she did it. I didn't expect her to get so far ahead. She had a faster bucket. Really? I was really surprised by that. Okay, so now we sell this last bucket. I'll just push a bit more into it, so I don't have to come back again, because I don't feel like running around with this bucket anymore. So we have $933. I can finally lease a tractor, so I'll do it now. Tractor's here, now the wagon. Of course, these are also mods to make it possible to start here. As you can see, unfortunately these mods aren't perfect yet, because this tractor has no collision. The collisions are bugged, so you can drive into the trailer as you saw, but for a first start from scratch on a real flat map, it's perfect in my opinion. Okay, let's keep mowing. For now, I'll keep using this mower because it's quite wide when you think about it. It's a base game mower. Well, it's quite wide compared to the mower in Farming 22. But you have to work with what you've got. So I'm not going to complain. I need to mow and collect everything here. Later I'll definitely buy a windrower. I don't know what my opponent is up to, but most likely, as you can see, she's mowing grass, so there aren't many options for now. We'll see which direction she decides to go in here. Will she want to dry the grass, or will she want to make bales right away, or will she just sell the grass, the mown grass, not hay? I'm going to go for making hay, so I'll be drying the grass too, but first I'll definitely buy a windrower. First, I'll definitely buy a windrower to collect it faster. Of course, towards the end, well, maybe not the end, but in the later part of our first episode here, I'll want to buy a trailer, not a trailer, but A baler that makes bells, and a wrapper. Buy or rather lease, because unfortunately we can't afford to buy anything. We can't afford it. I don't know if I can build a greenhouse. Maybe by some miracle, although I doubt it because that costs quite a lot. Although the cheapest one is probably 3,000, but it's a pretty bad greenhouse because it only produces those seedlings, so you can't earn much. But we'll see. Let's see the account balance. My opponent just sold her grass and probably has a lot more money than me because she's one trailer ahead, so I'd bet she has $1,500. Of course, you can check out her channel. The link is in the description to the episode from my opponent, Angelica's perspective. Check it out. See you there, and of course on our English channels, which are also linked in the description. There's a simple time lapse with no commentary, so if anyone wants to watch that, feel free. All episodes are published at the same time, so you have plenty to watch here. I mean, all perspectives are simultaneous because the episodes will be day by day. The episodes will be numbered from 1 to we'll see how many, depending on how much you like this series, but they will just be. There will be a new episode every day, so subscribe and watch so you don't miss anything. In the meantime, I'm getting a windrower to rake the grass, so I don't have to drive back and forth with the forage wagon, because that's inconvenient. We have almost no money left. $65, well, that's practically nothing, so we'll have to work a little harder here to earn some money. But without mods, with a normal sell point like in the game, well, it's a bit hard. It's harder to make money and it takes a bit longer, but we're doing everything to make it as interesting as possible to watch and not take 100 years to do one thing. So I think it'll be fine. I'm happy with this series. From what I gathered while recording, she was very happy, so you should like it. You should like it. Each perspective is different because it's 1 versus 1. Maybe there isn't a bigger goal here, like who will have more money or any special requirements, but you'll be the judge of who did better. It's more of an entertainment series, let's say, like neighborly skirmishes. And we're just competing here. Who will develop their farm better in this time? Who will have a better game? But there's no set goal to achieve, so we'll just see how long you enjoy this series and we'll keep developing until then. For now, I'm the one losing here, so it might be that I'm saying now that it's not some kind of... There's no goal to win because I'm losing. But come on, I wouldn't do that, would I? But you'll have to watch the episode on Angelica's channel to see how she sees it, if it's some kind of... If it's a rivalry, or maybe, as I said, it doesn't really matter who has more, it's just a general rivalry, more for fun. Alright, I'm mowing grass here, of course. Who'd guess what I can do on a flat map? Don't mow grass. I mean, there's nothing here. There's so much to do here, anything but mowing grass, of course. No, but as you know, a flat map means mowing grass. Unfortunately, in Farming 25, mowing grass, or rather silage itself, is a bit less profitable from what I've gathered so far. And it's more expensive. A bit worse. Not more expensive, just a bit worse to start a farm like this with silage. So you have to focus on something else. You can't just rely on making silage because unfortunately it's not as profitable as it used to be. I'll remind you once again to subscribe so you don't miss the next episodes. The next episode will be the day after this one. If you're watching on the first day of release, you'll have at least a week of episodes, day after day. Okay, we're mowing another part here. I've already tethered that part with a tether or a spider. I don't know what it's called in other languages, but let's say in Polish it's a spider. That's the term. Someone wrote to me that it's a spider and can be called that. Alright, but now I have to mow this bit here. This mower is really wide, very wide for a starter one. I'd prefer something... Oh, my opponent Angelica came over, so I could shorten her legs with this mower, and she started walking under it, but you see, luckily you can't lose your legs in farming. Not yet. I haven't seen any mods yet that would allow someone to get hurt in farming. I doubt we'll see that, since the publishers wouldn't agree, but who knows what modders will come up with. This isn't GTA, it's not GTA, so we probably won't see things like that. Those who've played know. Alright, so I'm tedding the remaining part here. There isn't a whole lot of grass here, but really anything will do at the start, because we just need money. I don't know if we'll buy another tractor this episode. Probably not. I don't think so. We'll see, but we likely won't have enough money, and expensive leases are a bad idea because we'll be skipping days from one episode to the next, so the money will disappear and fast. Okay. I'm making windrows here to collect all this. For now, I'll keep collecting it with the forage wagon for the baler. The time will come later, so a little patience is needed and everything will be as it should. I wonder how our opponent is doing. Of course, you have to see her perspective too. You have to, you really have to. The link is in the description, so check it out. Go ahead, watch all versions of this episode if you feel like it. You can even watch the time lapses without commentary on our main channels, so no problem, no problem. We will be very happy. Meanwhile, I'm collecting another trailer load, another one, and I'll sell it soon, because we need the money, as I said. Oh, let's check out this trailer here. We'll need it later, so the trailer. For 6,000 we can get a trailer without sides, without boards, to transport pallets or wood, because that will be an option here too. That will be an option here. And I was checking that because Angelica asked me what kind of trailer she could buy to haul, to transport wood. What's she doing with wood? There are no trees here yet, but we'll see. We'll see what she's come up with, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I think she's planning some kind of prank on me. Maybe from the shop? We'll see, that's also an option. It's not forbidden, so you can place trees from the shop, then cut them and transport them. Don't put them right next to the sell point, let's be real. I mean, knocking trees over straight into the sell point. That wouldn't look too good. It's not even about it being forbidden, but who'd do that? Who would do that? Okay, the baler costs 2,800 if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see it, but it's 2,800 and the wrapper's 1,400. I've already bought them, so they're waiting. And now it's time to mow even more grass, so there's something to bale and wrap. So now we'll really have to mow a slightly larger area here. Fortunately, on fast forward, walking with the mower doesn't look so bad because you walk quite fast. But those 8 kilometers per hour, that's a reason to buy a tractor that will go faster with this mower. But at the very beginning I decided not to buy a mower. I won't. I'll just drive around with this. I'll use it to the max and not spend money on a lease just to buy something else. to maybe develop in a slightly different direction. Instead of buying another tractor with another mower that would be barely better than the starting one, because this one is wide. It may be slow, but it's wide. Okay, I'll take this as well. For now, I won't collect it here, I won't belly it to wrap it, because we still have time. The episode's still on. So I'll take this here and sell it right away, and later we'll make bales. We'll set aside quite a bit of land for those bales, so you'll see. Okay, I think I'll take this and sell it too, because the money will come in handy. It really will. Maybe we'll even earn enough for a greenhouse. What else do we need here? I don't really know what else will be needed, but something for sure. So we'll see all that as we go. Okay, this mowing is going pretty fast. It looks funny how this mower moves. You can't see it in the time lapse, but while recording, it looked a bit like the mower was stuttering and it just kept slowing down. It had some stutters, it was slowing down. Not so smooth. Fortunately, you can't see it here, because it was annoying me and it bothered me a bit that it was stuttering like that. But unfortunately, farming isn't perfect yet, because it needs some updates, mods and so on for everything to work well. I'm still annoyed by the reloading of the grass textures that you're seeing right now. When I drive pretty fast, even though I have max settings, max terrain loading, loading distances, everything maxed out, the grass loads right in front of the tractor and it appears so ugly. So it really doesn't look good. Okay, we've dried the grass, so now we need to make windrows and collect it all, because money is lying on the ground. We just have to pick it up. I wonder how Angelica is doing in the meantime, but you'll have to watch the other perspective to find out, because unfortunately I can't show you here. I'll show you what it looks like on my end, although she sometimes came over to see how I was doing. So in her video you might sometimes see some trips to my place here, to my patch of grass, to my half of the map, because we have half of the map each. I already have $1,768 and I'll have another full trailer soon. So it's all going to plan. We have more and more money and we're earning better and better here. More and more. What do you think of this series? Do you like series like this? Well, I have my suspicions that you really like such series. I hope my commentary here isn't terrible and that it's listenable and doesn't spoil your viewing, but if it does spoil your viewing, then you probably just switch to the time lapse without my talking, or to Angelica's channel to watch it there, because she's a little better at it in my opinion. But you can be the judge of whether my commentary is really that bad, or if I'm actually getting better and better at it and it's slowly starting to be even cool. I hope it's more like that than the other way around. I'll now mark out a pretty large area here to make bells on. The length of the entire area that I mowed earlier. Maybe not that wide, because there would be quite a lot of it here. And well, we don't want to overdo it, because the episode is slowly drawing to a close. We still have about 10 minutes, so in the game that's about 40 minutes of gameplay, because as you know, these are time lapses, which is simply 4 times accelerated gameplay time. So an episode like this takes us about 2 hours. From 1 hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours of recording. You just have to multiply the episode length by 4, and most likely, if nothing was cut along the way because everything went according to plan, It took at least 4 times as long as the episode length. You can easily work it out. So we have about 30 something minutes left here to really finish what I started, which is mowing the grass, rake it, bale it, wrap it, and then we'll be able to end the episode. My opponent or not. Like I said, it's not a typical competition where someone wins something, so it's more to make it more interesting for the viewer so that each perspective is interesting. That's why we're doing these separate farms behind the fence, to arouse your curiosity, so you'll watch both perspectives. Alright, I'm starting to rake here. That went fast. And this terrain is still loading for me. The grass comes and goes. Do you see that? You must see it. I can't be the only one. It's really so noticeable. It just disappeared now. It disappeared even more. The grass has a short draw distance. Or it's lagging so much that the distance is far, but as I drive up, it only loads literally a tractor's length in front of me. It's really annoying me watching this. Okay, what's at the sell point? Can you sell planks at our sell point? You can sell planks and wood chips too. Wood chips too. I was playing with Polish language settings, so I got a bit confused because it was usually called farmer's market. So I wonder, what's a farmer's market? What is a targ rolny? It's the same thing, but I just was playing in English before and forgot to switch the language to English, and now when recording I had Polish in the settings, or rather the whole game was in Polish. So I had to think a bit longer here, because I usually play the English version. Okay, I'll park this monster, this gigantic starter push mower, and we'll do the last row here, and then I can start making bales. And when I'm making bales, once I've made them, I can finally wrap them. And I have to remember to buy a trailer in this episode. Not a trailer. What am I saying? Not a trailer, but that thing. That machine for loading bales at the back, a bale lifter. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes. Maybe I say this too often. Sorry to keep saying it, but this channel needs more subs. On the Polish channel we only have 540 subscriptions, so it's going slowly. But it's going, and I hope it keeps going, so you just have to do it. Okay, first 2 bales done, third's out. It's going pretty fast. We'll finish soon and we can wrap these bales. Because with silage, well, you might not earn as much as before, and definitely not as much as when selling at the gold market, for example, because that's a basic sell point from the game. True, we're playing on easy economic mode so that the series is dynamic, so it's not boring. I know some people also make episodes with more realistic game settings and play more realistically, but it's harder with such episodes, especially if you want to make them daily. Because to get a good episode while playing on hard mode, you'd have to cut a large part of it out to get rid of the boring stuff, or speed some things up to skip the boring parts. And here we have it perfectly set up. We've set the time, the difficulty, so that it's just nice and pleasant to watch. My opponent Angelica must be done. She's on my farm. She's wrapped it all. What's up with her? In this episode she started off fast, because of course she was always one trailer ahead of me, $1,000 ahead really. And now she's running around me laughing that I'm so slow. I don't know, maybe something's wrong with... I think I'm slowly losing my touch in this farming game. We were always so far ahead, and now Angelica is destroying us here. I don't know. She's doing too well. This can't be happening. My neighbor can't be doing better than me, or rather my female neighbor, since she's the one over the fence. Okay, last bales, and Angelica will finally see the end of this episode, because she really couldn't stand that I wanted to make these 3 bales. Oh, I'll put up a greenhouse here right away, though it is a rice greenhouse. Like I said, they're not very profitable and Angelica laughed at me for it. But we'll see. We'll see who has the last laugh. So we're parking the machines and I invite you to watch future episodes and Angelica's perspective. All links are in the description. Enjoy the next episodes. See you.